What's up, guys? It's Captain's Productions 72, and it is the end of the month / start of the month, so welcome to the February update. This video is going up on January the 31st, mostly because it lands on a Tuesday, but let's jump into it. We have 14 update points. It's kind of crazy to think we're already doing the second one of the year. We already did the January one, of course, so kind of nuts that we're jumping into February, but January is such a good month that I have very high hopes for February on this channel. Anyway, let's jump into it. Which is our first point, nearly 20k views in January. So in total, we're actually only 3 away. We've got 19,997 channel views within the space of January. That's crazy. Because if you go back to pre-December, right? December is where I started gaining insanity amounts of views on videos. It's not just that I'm getting more views on the videos that are already there, it's that I'm uploading more, there's more videos, so if there's more videos, there's more views coming in overall, if that's one way to look at it. And since the start of December, when that started happening, it's just been out of control. Last month we got around 16,000, so I'm kind of confident that 20,000 or more in February is doable. It's just absolutely insane what's going on with the channel recently. And hopefully that continues. I mean, the growth is really well, and I'm uploading videos and they're getting over 1,000, 2,000 views. I'm pretty happy with that, and I appreciate it very much. Next point is my display. Yep, the evolving display. At what point do these things not just become mini room tours? But no, the display has changed a bit. We've still got the separatist stuff going on over there. We've got the Hoff stuff here. This is my favourite thing in my display right now. In January I reviewed it, and wow, do I like the look of the Rancor and the Jabba's Palace. It looks so well. This kind of shelf of the Death Star, the Rancor pit in the Palace, and the Tie Interceptor's kind of like my Return of the Jedi shelf. I kind of got the whole Contrabus shelf, well, not Contrabus shelf, but kind of Republic type vehicle shelf. And we do actually have some clones on here. We have 2 custom clones, a Cameron security clone and a Keeley clone. Here we have kind of just a bunch of original trilogies in it, Slave 1, They Go Jedi Training, the TIE Bomber, and here we have just the Malevolence and Palpatine's Arrest. I shoved some stuff behind it, but something really cool that I did get this month, I got a couple of days ago, is this. Now, most of you, I think all of the LEGO viewers will know what this is. Push the head down. You can't really tell well on camera, but he is one of the 5 light up minifigures Lego did back in 2005, so I finally got one of those. And that's just Rebels, and then it can more Republic, and then it kind of becomes a bit of a mismatch. Got my mock there. And I've kind of expanded on the non-Star Wars Lego shelf. That has started to get some expansion, which is kind of cool. Show you guys that. And I'll be talking more about this later in the update, because I have some more plans for this. These ones here. I had to show this one over here. We've got all the mini builds, right? From the 2012 Advent calendar. Along with the Pope Droid and the Wampa. I got that for Christmas. I believe I showed it in the January update. It's holding my 2 planet sets, which I just thought that was kind of funny, so I kind of just went with that. Let's move on to that next point. So the next point is my new storage system, which is conveniently where we've been filming on. So I got this a couple of days ago, mostly for the purpose of, there's a whole bunch of things in my room that were just, wherever they could go, or in random boxes, or just things like that. And I was like, I need to change this. So on Saturday, this is going up on the Tuesday, but on Saturday then I bought this. And, it's forced, obviously it's cheap plastic storage, but it does the job really well. I mean, it does really work well. If you're wondering what the noise was, it's like a carpet kind of shampoo. But yeah, it is really good for the price. It's like £22 for one of these. It is one of the biggest ones you can get, but you got the 4 drawers, plastic, slide in and out. Maybe mine don't slide out so smoothly because they're heavy for the amount of stuff in them. But yeah, let's start and I'll show you what's inside them. Again, I will apologise for the noise, but we'll persist through. So the bottom drawer is basically just instructions which, if you guys have seen any of my Lego collection, you will know there's a lot of. It's a very heavy drawer. You can see there the binder, that is the Death Star instructions, but no, it is very heavy. We're going to try and go through this a bit quickly, because it's not a room tour video. This is an update video, but I still want to show you. This was a different category. So there's both sealed things in here, like, you know, this Harry Potter poly bag, but also things like this is the Monster Jam Grave Doubt. You can see better there what set it is. I don't know, I've just never opened it, and it's got like a bunch of minifigures that I've currently got for sale, or just like, no, it's just like lots of Lego sets that are currently bagged up. There's mini builds in here, sets that I don't have room for on the shelf, just all that sort of thing. In here I have like a whole bunch of controllers and stuff, but in here it's like all my logs are like a minifigure collecting guy, just a whole bunch of books and stuff. It's kind of what's in that one. If we come up top here, it's a bit different. I'm someone who really does like the DS, so as you can see I've got a bunch of DS games, and of course my DS there, so there's a bunch of random things in there, some minifigure cases. That's all good. Let's move on to the next category. And well, the next point is, what are we doing this month? This month we'll try and have as many videos, but again, January was kind of, there's a lot of things like being leaked, or just me having like random spur of the moment ideas for videos, which is kind of like, normally I would just write those ideas down, and it's like, but then I'd forget about them, but no, I've been quite into doing that. Obviously I've got a few sets to review, so let me quickly show you what I've got waiting in review. The last 2021 set that I've owned, I don't own all of them, but the last one that I do own is the Mandalorian Starfighter. I've not done that yet, so I really need to get that done. I've had that set lying around since I think May of last year, so definitely need to get that one done. The 2013 Republic gunship, I don't know why I've been holding this off. I've had that since probably like, what, April of last year? I mean, it's not too bad a set. Obviously, it's one of the best Lego Star Wars sets ever made, so like the fact that I haven't done anything with it yet does annoy me. Another set that's up here, that's not really a set, but it's more so like a custom version, like an alternate build, that I don't really do videos and that kind of thing, but I'd like to try, is with the TIE Interceptor. If you get the 2021 TIE Fighter, and you can find many instructions on YouTube and on Google and all those kind of places, you can turn it into a TIE Interceptor from Return of the Jedi, because that's what this set started off as. So yeah, those are kind of like the three main ones I still have lying around to do. Though, the way I do it though is it's a one review a week, so that's like, what, 3 weeks sitting right there. And again, I won't do a review every single Tuesday. It's like, there is other things I could probably think of to do. So, you know, we do have that. Our next point is what I'll be collecting this year. So, as you guys may know if you followed the channel for a while, my shelves have grown insanely, right? It's insane how much sets are here. Like, if you look at January last year, what wasn't here? The Death Star wasn't here, the gunship wasn't here, the ATTE wasn't, the TIE Bomber wasn't, that wasn't, nothing on that shelf was, nothing there was. Just to give you some random examples of just, like, it's insane. Last year I went absolutely nuts buying sets. This year will be a different case. This year I've kind of settled on that I would like to, I will be buying sets, but I won't be going as crazy as I have in the last year. This year I'm kind of putting all my focus somewhere else. You know, I've got different ideas of how I'd like to do things this year, and I'm just going to go with that. This year I would like to get into the minifigure collecting a bit more. See, I am not a completionist collector. I don't desire to have every single Lego Star Wars set that exists. For instance, I like this version of Dagobah. I like the 2004 Dagobah Hut set that was with that X-Wing, but I don't like the 2018 one. Like, I like the X-Wing, I just do not really like any of the modern ones. The newest X-Wing I like is this one. I don't like this was the 2012 one. I don't like the sequel era sets. I don't really like the Andor sets. It's like, I don't dislike Andor the show too much, but it's like the one set's just a bit meh-me. But you can kind of get the point here. I only really collect what I want, and there's a bunch of figures. Like, there's some bad sets with some really good minifigures, and I plan to start collecting. Like, one of my favourite minifigures, and it doesn't come from a bad set, is this minifigure I showed earlier. I really do like the Light Up Window so much that he's actually out on display next to Palpatine's arrest. But no, I will be solely focusing, well, not solely, but I will buy sets, but for the most part, like, if I had to split it down the middle, I think I'll be 80% minifigures this year, 20% sets. So the next point is, what do I think of the helmets? The new helmet sets are really good. I don't like the Rex too much. Like, I'm slowly warming to that one, but it's not my favourite. My favourite is the Phase 1 Cody, and the Bush helmet is actually the only one I didn't make a video on. See, it got old. I did not find out that I existed until, what, a couple of days ago? I found out from a co-worker that I exists, and I was like, I was on shift as well, so I was like, yeah, I didn't bother making a video on it. So, the thoughts on the Bush helmet is, it is really good. It's better than the Phase 1, sorry, not Phase 2 Rex. But again, my opinions do change on these things over time, so if you give me a month or so, I might look at this differently. But no, the helmets are really good, and it's nice to see they're doing a prequel era helmets. That's the coolest part. Our next point is, will I buy another wave? So this is probably a question I've gotten a few times from people, is because I did a video about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I can't actually remember, but I reviewed all 3 sets in the January 2023 wave, the TIE Bomber, the 501st Battle Pack, and the Slave 1 Microfighter. No, I won't be doing that again. At least not soon. See, I don't plan, if I do it again, I won't do it when the sets are out, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but I'm not going to go into the LEGO store on March 1st and buy all those sets. Like, I see, there's 60 each, so I'm just doing the maths there, that's £180, I think. I'm sure there's 60 in the UK, basically, for all those, and it's like, no. Plus it's like free for the helmets. Like, I'll gradually buy them, but then like, so maybe in July or whatever. Like, it's not me confirming a day, but something like that would be when I do the full wave. Next point is more mocks. Well, I did this one back in January. I've not dismantled it, obviously, because I'm showing it to you, but this was the first time I'd done a mock in a very long while, and I really enjoyed doing it. Now, there's a chance I might tear this down soon, turn it into something else and do something completely different. This is my Bryloff mock for 501st. The cannon's falling out. But who knows, I'm definitely open to continuing and doing more. I mean, we'll use this grey base plate here and just make something, but keep this one built, because I like this one a lot, as you can tell. The way I normally operate is I will demolish it within a few days and already be thinking about the next thing, but I had a night off from work and I just came up with this idea, just like I started randomly building. That's what I wanted to do, like, have this bit here like kind of lower down, but they have this bit kind of higher up. It's kind of how it's random inspiration. But the plan is to try and do one a month, or one every 2 months. Like, I plan to be doing these again more frequently, because there's a lot of enjoyment goes out of doing these. So our next topic is leak videos. So normally, the way I was doing them was I would basically make a slideshow picture with add music, and this is how I was doing them in December, was you would just see the pictures of the set, and if they updated the pictures, or if they, are able to make a video with all of them in one video. Like, I would make multiple videos. I've also done that back in the middle of 2022 when they were leaking all the summer sets. But I've kind of got a new format. I've kind of figured out with the software how to do the voiceover stuff. So I did that with the Rex and Cody helmets. Those were both voiceovers, and that was a lot of fun to do. So I would definitely be open to doing that again. There's nothing stopping me from wanting to give that another go. Our next point is another non-Star Wars review. Yeah, this month you have another one coming. So I've only ever done a handful. I think I've done 4 or 5 actually. So I've done 2 Ninjago polybags, the Tournament of Elements set. I've done the Mystery Machine, and yeah, I've done the Mystery Machine, and I did the Finmic Missile. Those were a lot of fun to do. It's nice to and they always do quite well. So I like to branch out. I'm not going to say the theme that it is, but what I'll say is a set from 2011, which, yeah, no, that doesn't narrow it down, but that's the one clue I'm giving. another stop motion after 5 years. So back in back in 2017 in general, I did do stop motions. And I did them right up to the start of 2018. The very last one that I did was like my whole, and this makes me feel old now. I did one and it was like in January for like 10 years of Star Wars or Clone Wars. My old stop motions aren't really that great. But I've definitely been thinking recently, hey, I would kind of like to try them again and just give it another go, see what happens. Um, I don't know what it'll be. If it'll just be like sets building themselves or something, is probably the most I would go because I think those videos are kind of fun. I would start off with a smaller set, maybe something like the command station, but just as an extra form of content that I can produce like quickly, because I don't. It's been such a long time. It's been 5 years since the last one came out. January 20th, 2018, which I think was the last one. So definitely would like to have something out again, doing something like that. Because I've had a few people who do like them be like, we want to see this again. So I'm definitely open up to doing it. So my goals for February. February, I don't really have any goals in particular. Anything that I feel I want to accomplish is like the channel is treading along really nicely right now, and I'm not having any problems. The channel is doing exceptionally well. I've been checking the analytics a lot. The watch time is through the roof. The oh sorry, I'm trying to think here. Um, just the views have been going like 20K almost in a month. That's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it took me 10 years to. Not 10. Bleh. I'm sure it took me 2 years to earn my first 10,000. So it's kind of crazy for me to be hitting those kind of numbers. Thoughts on the Bad Batch so far? So this section has spoilers, right? I'm just going to discuss what I think of the Bad Batch thus far, given where we are. So the Bad Batch is going good. The third episode was my favorite. Like, that was the film with Cody and Crosshair was good, but the last kind of two kind of bored me a bit, if I'm being completely honest. Like, they weren't bad episodes, but it's like you go from what they had to what we ended up with. I'm just like, oh, come on, you couldn't have continued that story. But yeah. And our final point is hype for the Bad Batch season 3. I am actually super hyped right now for the next season of Bad Batch. I'm really, really excited for that coming. Like you would not believe that is something I'm excited to do again, is watch that, because I really enjoyed season 2 as it was coming out, having the whole thing of Boba Fett appear, so I'm hyped. It's like, I can't believe it's been almost 3 years since then, but I'm hyped. But anyway, yeah, I know this was only a 20-minute long update video, but I had a lot to talk about. January was such a good month, and this is the final video of January. Technically the first one for February, or not, depends how you want to look at it. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. I don't know what it'll be. It'll either be some sort of, maybe a stop motion build, or most likely will be Figure Friday. But I'm going to try and get at least 3 videos out a week. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.